Welcome back to my Forever World. This world may have gotten a little bit neglected since January, which is like 6 months ago. But I've gotten revamped and revived, and we're back. So we've actually started building some things off camera or on stream. We have this cute little... Ow. We have this cute little cave entrance to kind of go with our blacksmith, which I think is cute. It doesn't go anywhere, it's just kind of like the illusion that, ooh, these particles really work for that. That's spooky wooky, look at that. Yeah, these guys, just, you know, the illusion it gets dark. Ooh, spooky. It looks really cool, I like it. Wait, why are there a bunch of villager noises? Get rid of these things, I keep poking myself a little. What? Oh my god. Oh. What the heck is this? Oh my, everybody's freaking, the whole village is just... Let's get a different angle at this one. It was really hilarious. Let's take a look. Look how many villagers are in that little tiny hole blocked by a berry bush. Ay. That's crazy. Anyway, here's a little pic of me building this old cave up. It was really cool, it was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. It was really great. Except these guys kept freaking bothering me every time. They would just... all up on my grill. See, look at that. Look, yeah, just the congregation every 5 seconds. It was great. We got rid of this huge hill here that was really ugly and made this awesome pathway. And then we have this beautiful bridge that we worked on stream once. I think it turned out really well. We actually had a design for our little kingdom town area. And that's these little banners here. I think they turned out really cute. We can go into a little free cam here. I really like the foliage that's on it. Yeah, this is like the main entrance to our kingdom, which I think is pretty cool. So it looks so much more official, and we're filling some things out, so it's looking great so far. Now, ever since I got back on to my Forever World, I have been expanding the docks, or actually building up the docks, and we've got quite a bit of progress for us to look at today. Here's a current build that I'm working on that we'll take a look at later. But we have this beautiful docks that I've built up. I think it looks really cool. We have this amazing crane that Jess actually helped me build. He popped on and helped me figure this out. So that was really nice of him. If you haven't watched Jess's channel, you should really go and watch it. He's a great builder, really good at entertaining his audience. So I definitely highly recommend subscribing to him and watching his videos. Anyway, we've just got this awesome pier here. I think this is really cool. Some pallets, and then we've got... Oh, I fell. We've got some wood, like a wood shipment. Oh, I gotta get out of here now. Hold on. There we go. But yeah, we've got some... We have a wood pallet here, which I think is really cool looking. It takes up a lot of space, which is nice. And over here we have another place where they set off all the pallets. Just some ore, some storage and things. A couple pop-up stands, which I think are really nice and neat. Over here as well, we have more storage, some trash cans, some places to sit occasionally. Another little corner shop stand, which would be really cool if we could get a villager to like hang around here. That would be really awesome. Just another way towards the village, and we'll continue that later. Oh, I gotta eat. And this here is going to be the starting of a harbor house kind of thing, like where you would go in and pay your fees for docking your ship, something like that. So that's kind of like the vibe and idea that we're going there. Here we have the wreckage of a ship that was actually naturally spawned in this world, and I kind of wanted to preserve it. I thought that would be kind of cool to have some kind of historic thing. So here we have this ship, and it looks really neat in my opinion. It has a little bit of lore, and we can take a look at that. So the wreck of the ship Goose Wind, which kind of, you know, Luci Goosi, keeping with that theme. So Lock and Go, a famous ship that went by the name Goose Wind, traveled the world delivering bounties of gold, silver, and ale to the near and far lands. Upon its arrival, the townsfolk would celebrate. When the last ray of the sun glimmered in the sky, townsfolk unloaded the bounties and drank the fresh ale to bring in the new merchant season. This event still occurs to this day to ensure the success of the town. So I think that's really cute. I think it's kind of cool to have like little bits of lore in here, and yeah, I'm gonna have more of that in the future, but this is just a little start here, which I really enjoy. Over here we have a few boat racks. You can get you a... I fell again. God, someone needs to implement a safety rail. This is not safe. a couple boats to hang out in, and then we have a couple small ships that I've built, little like canoe-like things, which I think they're all 3 different, which I think are cool. And then here's a slightly bigger boat with the sail that has the banner for this town, which is really cool. A little bit bigger, has some storage, kind of neat. But yeah, that's what we've been up to in the meantime since 6 months ago. A lot of work has been potato. A lot of work has gone into, you know, getting back into this forever world and not letting it hang out to dry. So I think we're gonna work on finishing this guy here and just see what the rest of the video, where it takes us. Yeah. So first of all, I really needed a source of gunpowder because I ain't got none of that, and I wanted to be able to be prepared whenever I go finally sometime, whatever, beat the dragon. So here we are. I just gotta make this real quick, so that way we can get stocked up on those rockets and just be prepared for the future. You know what I'm saying? And then we invited Shell SMC, to the show here. This is my Forever World. Yeah, it's single player, but you know, if you get essentials, you can invite fun friends and it not be boring and lonely, like everybody else's Forever World. So, you know, occasionally I show people the cool stuff I've done, but we totally did so much work, as you can see right here. We had to add a little few decorations. No, but we actually put this together. She and I, well, she really helped me like kind of design this building, and I kind of just, yeah, it turned out like that. It was really cool. Obviously roof not finished yet, but there it is, and you get that cool little tower on the side. It was pretty neat, or so I thought, and that's when I invited Jess over, and it went like this. So, why did you put that tower there? I don't know. I just like needed something to go there, and I was, you know, Shell was, we're like, we'll just put a tower, you know? Yeah. Yeah, no. Uh, have you ever thought of like planning a build or something like that? Like, you know, what's its purpose? There is no purpose. I just needed something to put in this spot, so we put a tower. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's wrong. Okay. What should I do? Like, what do you think? What do you think I should do? I don't know, man. This is your world. Like, what's the lore? Like, what's gonna go on here? Well, I was gonna do like a harbor house. You know, they come in, they get off the dock, they pay for their ship. You know, something like that. Well, you could do like a sit down restaurant or something like that on the side. You know, like I've done in my world. Oh, okay, yeah, that sounds cool. All right, nice. Sounds good. What now? Will you do it for me? So I got Jess to do it for me, because I'm really good at suckering people into doing the hard work that I don't want to do for myself, because I don't want to do it. Anyway, hand in hand together, Jess and I built this really cool side thingamabob, which she totally mostly did most of. I just did the chimney part, and then I decorated the inside a little bit. But yeah, it looks really, really cool, and it adds to the vibe of the whole town, and it turned out super fantastic. He also complained about my roof, which wasn't freaking textured yet, but you know, I had to change it later because it was just, he was stuck in my head about it. And here we have the final result. A beautiful left side. We turned that little crappy little whatever that was. Well, he did. I didn't do that. Oops. He did that. It looks really cute and pretty. And then, you know, ignore the roof. We're fixing that later. It's just a slow process, okay? But yeah, it looks really cool on the outside now. We got this awesome tunnel that has more supports in the middle, which is lit. We got the cool little kitchen on the side. You can come in, pop a seat down, and have grandma or something come up and give you something to eat before you go pay your dues or something like that. No, you got to pay your dues first. Then you go grab something to eat, and then you go upstairs and have a good sleep. Yeah, I think it turned out really well. It was really awesome. Thanks, Jess. All right, so we've added a few of these little market stalls, I guess you would say. And I actually think this will be a really cool idea to add some storage underneath to kind of hide some things, which that's kind of what I've done. So I've separated them to different parts. We have like stone, wood, grass stuff. I don't know, whatever. Like if you go down here, I have all these chests and whatnot. And so like this has all my wood in it. I have my oak. You can grab some of that anyway. I'll need some in a little bit. Next, let's take a look at the inside of this little restaurant thingy here on the side. I think it turned out really cute. I like it. Here's the back. We have a little back entrance. Ignore that. Anyway, something small, little kitchen here, little sink, some wood for the fire. They can roast, make some stew or something like that. Some cutting board area. They'd probably have menu items there, little knife and some salmon, some beef. You just sit on the little stools here and have a good side harbor meal or something like that. You just walk up right there, sit up, torch, and yeah, I think those look really cute, right? Don't you say? You get very cute, you say? Yeah. Nice. All right, here is the little tunnel bit. We have these new beams that are in between here and some stuff on the side. And then we walk in here, and this is going to be some kind of like bar, where you, but also where you come in and sign and pay your dues or whatever for the harbor area. Or at least that's what I'm kind of envisioning. They have a little like stall here, or closet, I guess you'd say. And then we can go upstairs, and upstairs is going to be like to the right. I think this is going to be like a kitchen. I think that'll look really cool. And then over here, we're going to have a couple floors of rooms to stay, to rent out. So I think that's kind of the idea. So let's go ahead and get into that and kind of decorate and design this space. First, I started off with this nice spruce floor. I think it looked really good and it's cute. And I really like this trim that I found if you use stairs on the side. I did this throughout the entire place. It looks really good, and I think it went with the vibe that I was kind of going for. Like, if you take a step back here, so I use slabs, right? Then around the edges, use stairs, and it just has this nice trim. Oh, it looks so good. I put it everywhere. And then I added a wall, because I was going to separate this section into 3 different rooms. So I just used some basic spruce, and then took the logs and placed them in there in a pattern just to break it up with some texture. Then later I added in some of these jungle doors to keep with the theme that I had done before. We're in kind of a jungly biome. Oh, and here, look at this little guy. He's just being such a good dad. Look at it. He's been so handsome. Oh, he's just working at his little shop. I got these guys to like stay in here because I have like a little bed in here so they can go night-night right there. And it really works. Kind of makes it look alive. And I did that with the other shops up there. And here, the rest of the time, I just decorated each of these rooms. I added the bed, chest, light, and did it for all of them. The essentials, you know, that you would see. And then this was a little nook area that I had extra, so I thought, why not just make a little reading nook? So I added some bookshelves down, a little place to sit, and then I didn't know what else to put, so I was like, okay, let's put a crafting table in case I'm up here and I just need to craft something. There we go, ta-da! And a good old side bit for the little chair thing. And then later I'll put like a painting and some carpet down and make it look a lot nice. I also had these little paintings that I added. I think it adds a lot to rooms. So if you need something to do, add some paintings. Little painting, and then I went ahead and added a little desk for each room. It gives me the whole like anime isekai vibe. That's kind of like what I was going for whenever I was building this room, or all of the rooms, I guess. All right, guy, you don't have a room key. Get out. Come on. Jeez, man. Here we are adding some nice organic carpet, as you can see, and another little table here. Nice. And then just a few more finishing touches, some paintings and some organic leaves and pots and blah, blah, blah throughout the entire place just to give it a little more spunk and beauty. Look at that. Nice. And then lastly, each of these rooms have to have a room number, so the person knows where to go. So for every room, I have a little sign that says like room number, blah, blah, blah. And then I ended up later going back and added some of the glow stuff. And then even some directional signs for like, this is the stairs to like the 3rd floor and the 2nd floor. That way that people could find them. So I thought that was a nice touch. And the last thing that I needed was actual keys, which keys are in the trial chamber. So I actually did this entire trial chamber that's pretty near to me, just to get 9 keys that were not going to be used at all. So here's me getting my butt kicked pretty bad by these guys. I just spam click as most girls do. No hate to girls, but yeah, I spam click. Yeah, so I just spam click, killed these guys. Died like twice. But I got 9 keys in the end, and that's what we needed. I actually needed 10. I had to go back and get one more because that was like the display key, you know what I'm saying? So oof, get out of here, guy. All right. And then I look like this like thumby pincushion. Isn't that funny? My something's messed up here. I don't know what's going on. That's funny though. All right, and then we just had to rename all of these keys to each individual room. That way, if we ever have somebody to come in, they can actually have a key to that room, which I think is a nice, neat little touch. All right, everybody, we've finished this area. I think it looks pretty awesome. Let's take a look at it, okay? So we've seen this area of the docks, but there's a part that I have not shown you yet. Ignore this because I'm like populating villagers by yoinking them this way. But we do have the awesome little beach area. It's so cute. There's a little volleyball court, and Shell helped me with this. It's very cute. I added some sand castles, of course. You're gonna have some sand castles. Oh, look at all the turtles. Ah. Another little ball or something just hanging around. Another ball. More sand castles. And then this cute little flamingo that Shell added. I think that's so adorable, little floaty. And then Shell also added this cute little rock and kind of did some terraforming and stuff here, which looked awesome. And this amazing coconut tree. Whoa, there's water right there. It's a little pool. A little kid dug a sand pool. Sheesh. But yeah, a little palm tree, which I thought was really cute. So I myself put one right here. It's not as good as Shell's. Also the biome's slightly different, so this looks better. I don't know. The shade of leaves here is so much better than those. Anyway, not that that matters. It's fine. All right, so here is our finished bit. Our roof is still kind of changing colors, so that's going to take a while before it gets all nice and textured right. And I'll go in and be able to put the wax on it. It looks better in the back, I think, is kind of the vibe I'm going for. So more of the green color that matches with the moss. I'll definitely be going in here and fixing more of that. It's just not, it's taking so long to spread, and I was just too lazy to scatter it all around. So we have that to, you know, slowly set in and fix, but, you know, I'm not waiting forever for the video at least. Yeah, so we have the shop that we took a look at, which is going beautiful. And like you said, you can come up here and sit, have your little food, yum, yum, yum. And then we have these other stalls that we can go in, and they serve as my chest areas as well. Some storage. There's usually a couple of guys around here, but I think I had to kill a couple because they turned into zombies, but it's whatever. Anyway, hey guys, how's it going? So, now for the reveal, you know, here's Granny's Eatery, yum yum yum. And then the Harbor House, which is where you pay. So we're gonna go in here and look at this interior. It's so cool. It gives me such tavern vibes. Like, I was just envisioning, you know, you come into the tavern, you've been isekai'd because I'm an anime nerd, and here's this tavern, right? So you walk in, there might be some people sitting here, you can take a seat. I can't take a seat on that, but kind of dim. There's some light, but it's not like too bright, if that makes sense. Oh, it's a little nighttime. But yeah, here we have the area. Here's, you know, a few more seats back here. Looks pretty cool. We have some soup. It's showing us what we can buy. I have room keys here. Stew is 2 iron. So you can see I have some stew, and might get some more later. And then our room keys. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have dock fees are 1 diamond, and ale is 1 iron. So, you know, a place we could put our fees. And I'm gonna take a snooze. Excuse me, sir. Actually, you know what? We're gonna take a sleep in room 1. So let's take a room key and go upstairs. Here's our sign that says floor 2. We're gonna go upstairs, and here is room 1. So we're at the right place. Look at this beautiful room. It's very nice, very cozy. All the simple things that you'd need. This beautiful trim, like I said, I really like that. That's a really cool touch. Very simple. You know, you could open up the window. Hold on. Let's do it that way. Aha, like that. See? Oh, it's so nice. Let's take a sleep. Alrighty. But yeah, I think this is really cool. You have the brown bed, which just really gives me that old medieval isekai vibe. Like, you know, just a chest, your bear stuff that you need in a room, and I think that's really cool. We have a couple guys that are hanging around. They like it here. We have room 2, basic thing again. Room 3. And room 4 is a little bit bigger. If you get isekai'd with a waifu, you know, or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, a couple beds here. This one's got a little bit of a library. That's just kind of neat. Another desk here. Very cool. And if we go across, we have the kitchen area. This is a little communal kitchen, which I think looks really cool up there. I just had a lot of room, so I just greenified it a little bit. So I think that's kind of cool. We have our little stove area, some more shelving and stuff up there, some junk on top, a little sink with a towel. Then we have a cutting rack over here, our fridge with our little banner for the town. So that's cool. We have a little side shelf here, or storage. And we can go upstairs. Here's room 5. A little bit bigger, kind of cool. Oh. This is your room. Oh, excuse me, sir. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Apologies. My apologies. Yeah. And then we have room 6. Very cute. Room 7. Room 8. This one doesn't have a thingy. Oops. And then here's this awesome little lounge area. Whoa, come on. Little lounge area. Very cool. And then lastly, room 4. Floor 4. Room is up here, and this is like the biggest room. Little mural there, couple beds, and then a little workstation area here. I think it turned out pretty cool, if I say so myself. Okay, let's head back down. Whip this way. All right, so let's put my key back. Checking out. And there we have it. I really love this. This looks so cool. I'm so excited. So proud of this. I love it. They have a little bed here so someone can like man the counter, you know. They like to stay near their workstation, so I was kind of hoping someone would be like barkeep, you know, around here. But yeah. Very cool. I like it. I'm going to have to like trap some villagers in here or something to make it look more alive, I guess you'd say. But yeah, I love it. It looks so cool. But yeah, that's all we've got for today, pretty much. We had this area. I chopped down all these trees, so it looks very naked right now. But we're going to add a path next time and kind of beautify this up. And then, of course, there's going to be more things along the path here. More buildings and things to come. But yeah, if you liked this video, give it a good old thumbs up. We'll do a little wide shot here. All of our market stalls and junk and stuff. We're gonna do a ship too. I think a big cargo ship right here would be sick. That's gonna be fun to build. And then definitely more trees next time as well. And these guys just keep getting stuck in here. Come on. Yeah, I had to make them a little stair stool because they would just come down here and get stuck. So they're really dumb. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!